Welcome back to the next session of travel way 2 is nothing about the uh, axial current or I will call this as axial electric field. Okay, so I have written here axial current, sorry, axial electric field. Axial electric field. Okay, so today we will discuss the mathematical relation how to get the axial electric field, that is E of z of a traveling wave 2 that is being the way moving along the z direction. Okay, so I will write the first point here. So the conventional current in the electron beam will introduce an electric field in the slow wave structure, that already you know. So this induced field that will be added to the field that is already present in the circuit and cause the what you call it as a circuit power to be increased along with the distance. Okay, so we can see the coupling relation between the electron beam and the slow wave structure that can be explained with the help of an small diagram that is called as the transmission diagram. Okay, so I will write that one. The conventional current that already we had discussed in the previous case, the conventional current in the electron beam, the conventional current in the electron beam introduce an electric field in the slow wave structure, circuit. Okay, one minute. The slow wave structure circuit. So this induced field adds to the field that is already present in the circuit, that is already present in the circuit, and cause the circuit power to increase. Okay, sorry, and cause the circuit power to increase. Okay, NCREAC. So next point, what I had, the coupling relation, relationship between electron beam and the slow wave structure helix. I will write the figure, is shown in the figure, below figure. Already I had drawn that figure. Okay, I will just 1 minute, I will put my glove. Okay, so that figure I will just take from here. Already I had drawn the figure here. I will take this figure. 1 minute. I'll copy this figure and bring in the upper side. Just place here. Okay, this is the figure which shows the electron being coupled to the equivalent circuit of slow wave structure. So this is nothing but the electron beam. You can see that I indicate the electron beam. The current that is being induced, that is the conventional current that is being induced in the electron beam, So that current is given by I plus dou I by dou set of d set. This is the transmission line distributed. Transmission line. Okay, and the parameters are, I will write the parameters. What is the parameter? We are having the inductor L, which is nothing but the inductance per unit length. Inductance per unit length. C is nothing but capacitance per unit length. Sorry, capacitance per unit length. So I is nothing but a capital I is nothing but the alternating current in transmission line, and V is nothing but alternating voltage in transmission line. Then small I can call it as conversion current, convection current. Okay, convection current. Okay, so these are the things I have indicated in the transmission line. L is that inductance per unit length, C is the capacitance, I is the small I is the conversion current, V is the alternating voltage, and capital I is nothing but the alternating current in the transmission line. Sorry. So right, since the transmission line is being coupled to conventional electron beam current, a current will be induced in the line. Okay, since the transmission line is coupled to conventional current, to convection electron beam, since the transmission line is coupled to conversion electron beam current, I will call as like that conversion current as conversion electron beam current. What happens? A current is induced in the helix. Okay, suppose current flowing in the left end portion of the, suppose in that circuit, current flowing in the left end portion of the line of length, I will call the line of length is d set, is indicated as I, small I. Okay, next, current flowing where out of the right out of the right end, okay, out of the right end of d set is given by what, I plus dou I by dou set into d set, okay. Then since the net charge of current in the length d set must be 0, net charge in the length d set must be 0, the current flowing out of the electron, current flowing out of the current flowing out of the electron beam into the line, electron beam into the line must be what, minus dou I by dou set of d set. Minus dou I by dou set into d set, okay. So application of transmission line theory and applying the Kirchhoff current law, okay, that is application of transmission line theory and Kirchhoff current law to the circuit, to the figure that I have given, to the current law in the electron beam, that will result in what, dou I by dou set plus C into dou V by dou t plus dou I by dou set must be equal to 0, okay. Dou V by, that is dou I by dou set plus C into dou V by dou t. So this is nothing but Q equal to C into V. How? I equal to Q by T, which is other Q is equal to CV by T. That is C into, if I differentiate, it will be C into dV by dt, okay. That is equal to 0. So as I told you, if you want, you can write here by KCL, the net current in the junction is 0. The net current in the junction is 0. I think that is clear for you. So what happens? I can write this one as dou I by dou set is that equal to minus C dou V by dou t minus dou I by dou set. I will substitute dou by dou set is equal to minus gamma and dou by dou t equal to j omega, are replaced. Okay. So what I will get, dou by dou set is nothing but minus are replaced in equation star. Okay. So what happened, dou by dou set is nothing but minus gamma into I must be equal to dou V by dou t dou by dou t is j omega minus j omega c b, because dou by dou t is the j omega minus j omega c b, dou by dou z is the but minus gamma, minus plus minus into minus plus plus gamma into I. Call this equation 1. Okay. So now from KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law, what you will get? From Kirchhoff's voltage law, the voltage equation after simplifying, the voltage equation is given by what? Dou v by dou z plus L into dou I by dou t, dou I by dou t must be equal to 0. Okay, or I can write again, replace this dou by dou z is the minus gamma into I, that is minus gamma into v, minus gamma into v dou by dou t plus L j omega into I equal to 0, or minus gamma into v equal to minus L j omega into I, L j omega into I. Okay, or I can write gamma v is the but L j omega I. Okay, so I will call this equation 2 is good. So I will multiply the equation 2 by gamma, multiply equation 2 by gamma. What you will get? Gamma square into v equal to j omega L gamma into I. Okay, I will take like that. Clear? Okay, gamma into no problem, no? Gamma into I. Okay, so what I will do now, I will put the equation for gamma I in here, substitute the equation for gamma I in double star, equation, double star equation. Okay, I call this double star. So what is gamma I? Gamma I, where is some by gamma I have here, that is minus j omega cv plus gamma I. So plus small gamma into small I. So if I bring gamma I here, so this will be, this changes to gamma I is nothing but j omega cv minus gamma into I. Okay, so that I will bring here, that is gamma square v is nothing but j omega L into j omega c minus gamma into I. Okay, what else next? So what I will write, gamma square v is nothing but j square omega square, here v is there, so 1 minute, v is there. Okay, that v I have forgot to write here, j omega v c, omega square v c L minus j omega or j omega L gamma into I. Okay, gamma into I. So that I calculated gamma square v is nothing but j square is nothing but minus 1. So minus omega square minus omega square VCL minus JL omega gamma into I. Call this equation number 3. Okay. So propagation constant gamma naught is obtained from equation 3 when gamma tends to gamma naught. At the point I equal to 0. So I can write here gamma tends to gamma naught square into V equal to minus omega square VCL minus JL omega gamma at the point 0, I equal to 0. So gamma naught square V equal to minus omega square VCL. So this V and this V get cancelled, get gamma naught square is equal to what happened? It has been stuck. Gamma naught square is nothing but minus omega square CL. Please wait, my stylus has been stuck here. Gamma square. Minus omega square CL, okay, or gamma naught is nothing but root of minus omega square CL. Root of minus 1 is nothing but J. So I can write gamma naught is nothing but J omega into root of LC. Call it as equation number 4. Okay. So your characteristic impedance of a line is given by Z naught is root of L by C. I call this equation number 5. Okay. So rewrite equation 5 to get V. Rewrite. I will rewrite equation, not equation 5, equation 3 to get V. What is equation number 4? Equation number 3. That is gamma square V. I will bring this in this this side, that is plus omega square VCL equal to minus JL omega gamma I. Okay. That is gamma square V plus omega square VCL equal to minus JL omega gamma into I. So from here V I will take outside, gamma square plus omega square CL equal to minus J L omega gamma into I. So V is nothing but minus J L omega gamma I divided by gamma square plus omega square CL. Okay, I think that is clear for you. Now what happens? V is nothing but, I will write minus I gamma J omega I gamma J omega L. I will write it as root LC into root of L by C. That is nothing but L. root LC into root L by C is nothing but L divided by, because Z0 is nothing but root of L by C. So I have to make that one. Okay, I have to bring Z0 there. So gamma square is also same thing. I will bring minus J square. J square is nothing but J is nothing but minus 1. J square is nothing but minus 1. So plus J omega root LC the square. What is this? This nothing but J square. J square I have written plus. J square is nothing but minus 1. Minus and minus a plus. Okay. So that okay. So omega square, this becomes CL. Correct. So no change I have made here. So I can write V is nothing but minus I gamma J omega Z0, or I can write this as gamma naught, that is I gamma J omega into root LC is nothing but gamma naught, the propagation constant gamma naught, okay, into root L by C divided by gamma square minus J omega root L by C is nothing but gamma naught square. Okay, so V is nothing but minus gamma naught Z0, because it's not Z0 is nothing but root of L by C I divided by gamma square minus gamma naught square. So this is the equation for V. I call this equation number 6. Okay. Now you have electric field, that is Ez is nothing but axial electric field along Z direction. Okay, so I write E of Z is nothing but minus del into V. I can write Ez is nothing but minus del into V is nothing but minus dou V by dou Z. Again, dou by dou Z I can write it as minus gamma. Already have replaced that one. So which is, I can write it as minus of minus gamma into V, which is nothing but gamma into V. Call this equation number 7. That is Ez. So equation 6 and 7. Substitute equation 6 and 7, because equation for V already you got. I will substitute here. Get at Ez is nothing but minus gamma square, because already V you having, V is nothing but gamma, so gamma and gamma square, other term gamma naught Z0 I divided by my gamma square minus gamma naught square. So that is nothing but your Ez. Okay, this is the equation for axial electric field. Equation for axial electric field. Okay, so this much deep expression is not given in your book, so I think this will be sufficient for you people, because I have written all the things. Okay, here how it is coming. So this equation is called as circuit equation. I will write it. This equation is called circuit equation because it determines how the axial electric field of the Slave structure helix is affected by the spatial AC electron beam, by the spatial AC electron beam and current.